Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final RLIS final we have today. It is, of course, our All-Star final between the Gales and the Saints. It should be a super final to watch. It should be incredibly entertaining. These guys have gone all the way in what was originally considered a very tight All-Star tier in general. So it is very impressive that they made it this far. But of course, we can only have the one winner. And joining me for this final will be everyone's favourite Mull. Mull, thank you for joining me here. This should be a super final, shouldn't it?
Yeah, honestly, thanks very much for having me, Forehead. This is going to be a very intense final with two absolute powerhouse teams going against each other with Colin Waz and the duo that everyone knows going against Jakey, who's such a key threes player. And then you have Jab Ryan, who's such a good third rounder on that team. And then Pat, who's a really good ones player. So it's going to be a very interesting game and see how they go out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good point, and you say it a little bit there. Of course, you yourself played in this All-Star tier, so you probably know these guys a little bit better than most and whatnot. Let's not forget, of course, this is a multi-game mode final, if you want to put it like that. So just to remind everyone, we have to say this for the final time this season. Game 1, 3s. Game 2, 2s. Game 3, 1s. Game 4, losing team chooses. Game 5, 3s. Game 6, opposite of Game 4. So basically, if it's a 2s, they play 1s. If it's a 1s, they play 2s. Game 7, 3s. Make sense? Good. Let's move on. Mull, with, of course, you playing in All-Star, you probably know a little bit more about these guys than most. And I just want to bring your attention to the 2s game in particular. 3s, of course, we know everyone has to play, whatever. For the first 2s game and the 1s game, I'd be interested to see who you think would be the best players on either side.
Well, if we're going into 2s, I'm gonna have to go with the duo themselves, Waz and Colin. Now it is gone around that parable does not come. So obviously, this being the final, you want to come, you want to have communication. So if they do want to get to 2s, Waz and Colin are going to want to do it. And then on the opposite side, I actually feel like it's going to go with Pat and Jakey, two really strong players. Definitely Pat being the ones main, and then not the ones main, but being GC in ones, and then you have Jakey, who's such a strong player. I just feel like that would be the twos going against each other.
Yeah, well, listen, some very good predictions there, and we'll have to see whether they are true or not. Of course, we have got our 3s first and foremost, and we'll see how these guys get on in game number 1 of this potentially best of 7. Patton was going in for the first kickoff, a very even one, and Jakey up so quick. You mentioned him before, how critical he is to this team in terms of his 3s abilities. I want to see how he gets on. The one thing Mull I'll be looking out for here is Irish Assassin here, known as My Parable in the Discord. For those who were keeping an eye on the player cards and the stats and whatever else, he did get a fat 0 in his comms. And I would be slightly scared if that comes to bite the Saints.
Ooh.
As we see Colin put the first goal of the game in, though.
No, yeah, as you did say, he did get a 0 on comms for the fact that he chooses to have game sound over communication because he's on console. So he has to choose between the two. So for the moment, it doesn't look like it stopped them considering they're in the finals now, but you never know. It may slip up in this finals.
Well, we'll see as we go into the second kickoff of this game. Was missing the clear there, and Colin doing a very good job. In fact, that might go in again. Colin with surely what is going to be goal number 2. It is My Parable to finish it off, but Colin doing a super job here to get it over Pat.
Yeah, honestly, a really nice flick from Colin. Wondering where the defense was there. Irish Assassin or My Parable having a really good time just chilling out, taking it home there. But defense definitely a bit on the disappearance.
Well, we'll see as we go into the next kickoff. Jakey, very convincing on that one, but Parable does very well once again to get it around the corner and away from Jar Ryan, racing down that left hand side. Was trying to put it in the middle for his team. He misses that one, and Pat goes up the clear, and a crucial clear it was. Jakey, now what can he do? It's a good 50 between him and Parable. Was has to stop it going around the corner. Pat though puts it in. Jar Ryan with a shot just off the post. Jakey with a chance, and My Parable having a super game so far in this final, coming up with a big save for his team. Colin and Was shadows of each other there, couldn't quite get it away. My Parable struggling to get that one away, and we play on 2-0 the scoreline so far. Jakey up the wall he goes, off the ceiling it goes. Colin though able to clear that one very nicely, and Jar Ryan knocks it away into the corner. Was a very good touch middle. Parable with a shot off the crossbar and down, and it stays out. So unlucky for this side of the Saints. 2 goals up, could easily have been 3 or maybe 4. They really are knocking on the door this Nagale side. As a super save comes out from Jakey once again. They still stay behind the Nagale's team. They are really struggling to get their own out of their own half. My Parable with a lovely shot, making a 3-0 there.
Yeah, really good shot from Parable there. It actually was Pat, unfortunately, running out of boost here and just misjudged the ball a bit and missed it. So it was a really nice catch there from Parable, and it definitely caught the teammates off.
Yeah, it was a super shot from Parable. Just able to read that ball as it landed. Not thrown off by Pat or anyone else around him. Geraint, another awkward touch into his own corner. Jakey looking to play this one out, but was challenged just so high up the pitch. I don't think the Gales are expecting this. Not expecting the high pressure from the Saints as Pat looks to play that one around the corner. It's not a great touch. It was. Clears easy enough. Parable cannot win it as a Jakey's looking for the double touch, but it's not to be. Colin gets this one away. And we play on with just over half the game to go. Pat taking his time with this clear, getting right around the ball. It's an awkward one for both himself and Colin to read, but he gets away with it. Was, though, keeping it in that blue half very nicely indeed. Colin cannot get it past Jakey, though, who has been one of the more solid players on this Nagale side so far. Geraint looking for a shot in the middle, but it is easily touched away by Parable. And we go on. Was looking for a touch. It's a super touch. Good save from Geraint, though. He was up very quickly for that one. And Pat able to 50 that ball away. And the Gales looking a little bit more comfortable in this game now.
Yeah, definitely with that. Now, it's all actually coming down to boost management, if you noticed. A few misplays here from the Saints side. It's going to go into Nagales on the fact that they got the boost. And then when they're trying to get possession, they're definitely going to make a few plays. Pat now hopefully going to be able to get a pass for his teammates, but they will get some now eventually if they just keep up that boost.
Oh, Was went into the corner for boost there. Gets away with it though, and Colin bells him out, clears the ball out and everyone around it. And it's a good touch from him once again. Still a bit of time remaining. The Gales trying to get a goal or two back in this game, but Geraint's missed that one. And that's going to be awkward for Jakey to get around, but he does very nicely indeed. Pat looking to catch up with the play, just can't get there. Geraint back on his own. Knocks it to the side for Jakey, but it's a very optimistic pass. Jakey looking for the corner bounce. It is not to be. And Parable able to knock it away from Pat. Wazito over the top of Geraint. Can he get anything on target? It's a super shot from Was.
Oh,
I thought the pass was coming, but this is spectacular.
honestly, you have to respect it. He had the space, he had the time, and as soon as he seen that no one was contesting him, he just took it and tried to get that angle, and it definitely succeeded.
Well, it is fantastic play from Was. And we'll see here. Surely the Gales do not have an answer at this point. Was going to get another one. Why not? He's up. He's on the backboard. He's confident. Why not? Oh, it's just wide. Jakey wasn't to know, though, and he lifts it high above his goal. A very dangerous touch. But they get away with it. My Parable looking to play it centre. Touches it down towards Colin. Gets beaten to the ball by Jakey, though. Was with a little bit of time here as Pat misses that one. And we'll see here is Parable looking to get in on the spectacular. But it's not quite to be. Colin has to back off now as Pat with control of the ball here. Colin doing wonders to buy his team sometimes to get back around. They're really looking for the acrobatics, for the spectacular ones. Putting the show on for us in this final. It is not quite to be though. 28 seconds left on the clock. We'll see if there's any change in scoreline. Jakey knocks that one onto the backboard. My Parable takes it into the corner. Comfortable enough stuff from the Saints, from the team in orange. Colin, well, tangles up a little bit with Was, but it's all good. Geraint trying to play this one into the orange half. Pat up very early for that one. Did not pay off at all as Jakey tries to keep it in the blue half, but it's not to be. Parable knocks it away, and surely that is going to be game 1 to the Saints. And what a convincing manner it was.
Honestly, such a good game, especially from the Saints. Now you could tell why it went in the Saints' favor. When the games first started, it was a bit of a scrape to see who just warmed up a bit better going into it. But Saints definitely got a grasp of it, definitely taking advantage of a few outplays from the Gales. But the Gales definitely not having the boost. Now I'm just saying definitely all the time. But the Gales didn't have any boost control that game, which just sort of put them out of position. It cost a few goals, and it gave Saints that pressure that just held them on. As you seen, they were holding that 3-0 lead there for a solid few minutes before they even got that the next fourth goal. But they had really good pressure against the Gales, and the Gales are really going to have to try and change that around, or at least just try and change the boost control.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good point. And the Saints, I mean, they were very comfortable when that fourth goal went in. And what a fourth goal it was, to be fair, it was. But super stuff. So anyways, Mull, as we jump into this next game, it is, of course, a twos game. Who are we expecting to see?
Ooh, as I said before, it's got to be Waz and Colin against Jakey and Pat. I feel like if you're coming in off a loss like that, you want to put in your best two players. And personally, I do believe Jakey and Pat, and there it is. Jakey and Pat are going to be the ones trying to get this win back for them.
Yeah, fair play. Absolutely spot on. We saw Pat, for me, he tried to preach up a lot of things in that threes game. I don't think it paid off for him. We'll see in twos if he's a bit more comfortable in this environment. As Waz fires a shot on net straight away. That's a super save from Jakey. We saw him play very, very well in that last twos game, despite his team not really being able to perform too much. I wonder, will he have to pick up some slack in this? As again, Colin looking for a very, was looking for a very nice shot. Didn't quite pay off. Colin able to get a shot off, but back into the orange half it goes. Was struggling to get the ball away, but no harm done as Pat. It's a very hit and miss kind of shot. It's very sideways kind of hit. But either way, it's a lot of back and forth here. It's a lot of struggling in the midfield, which is a little bit unusual. It's a super pinch from Colin. Jake is going to have to turn around for this. Did indeed get there in time and with more than enough boost. But for a moment there, I think we all saw what could have been. Jakey looking to take a touch on the midfield. Hits it towards the back, but was up so early for that. Does so well to get there. Jakey off the corner it goes, and Colin beats Pat to it. But Pat able to block the clear. At the risk of some sort of runaway goal. It's not to be. Was trying to get it past Pat. It isn't going to happen. Colin looking to knock this one into that blue half, but Jakey doing well once again. Colin with another shot, and in fact, that's a really dangerous bump from Jakey. And what a save that is from Jakey. That's two magnificent saves we've seen from him this game. Really showing his defensive qualities here. Jakey with a super shot as well. This is just Team Jakey at the moment. A super save at one end, a brilliant shot at the other. And he is firing the Gales into this 2v2.
Definitely. You can definitely tell that the lads didn't respect Jakey there getting the angle on that shot, but it was such a banger.
Yeah, incredible stuff. Neither Was nor Colin had an answer to that one, and Pat might be having a chance here. As Colin able to knock it away from that bottom corner, knocks it middle for his teammate. Colin wins it. Jakey gets there first, and Was going to have to race back to try and get in the way of this. He does do so. Pat looking to play at centre, off the corner it goes. He makes a touch on net. Colin, though, more than equal to it as Was knocks it down for his teammate. It's very good play between the two of them, and Jakey is struggling to get there, and the Saints find a way back into this game.
Yeah, you can see it just caught him off guard there. Colin with a really nice shot. Colin definitely known for someone who gets really good long shots, but it caught Jakey off guard there.
Yeah, it was very, very nicely done from the two boys on the Saints side. Colin, it's a decent kick off from him, but Jakey will pick up the pieces. Looks for a pinch. Not really anywhere promising from his point of view. Colin gets her ahead of Pat too. This might squeeze in just off the post that goes, and Jakey gets away with one. We'll see what Pat can do here, one-on-one with Colin. Knows that Was is coming for the demo. Tries to do the same, but it is not to be. Pat looking to knock this one off the corner. Was with a shooting opportunity, but it goes missing. And Jakey knocks that ball away into no man's land. Maybe could have been a bit more efficient there with the possession. Colin tries to take it out of the corner, but it is not to be. Was going to get it away for himself. It's a very nice touch, but Jakey up in the air so quickly to deal with it. Colin looking to play around the corner. And Pat is very, very awkward there, but he gets away with it. Colin not able to do much, leaves it for his teammate, plays it middle. Jakey, where is he? There he is. That's very, very good stuff. A lot of back and forth there. Very even game at this moment in time.
Definitely. You can just see that both teams are trying to feel each other out. With a few slip-ups there, with like a really good long shot from Colin. Each team hasn't really made any like play that's shown them to be better. It's just been more feeling each other out and just getting off these little mistakes here and there.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, those little mistakes could be crucial as the clock ticks down and we stay at an even game. Pat grabs the boost, has a chance here, but Was does very well to cut that out. Jakey, though, follows it up so nicely. Colin saves it, but not very far away from goal. Was and Colin both coming up and down. Eventually, they do get that ball away, and Jakey plays it back towards the orange net, but Was more than equal to it. Looks to flick it away from Pat, but it's a good time. It's a well-timed challenge from him. Jakey, always the second man in this team, it seems, able to knock it sky high into that orange half. Pat follows up as well. Colin, though, that's easy pickings for him as he knocks it away. Jakey looking to clear this one out once again. Was, though, plays it back into the blue half. Pat is looking a little bit uncomfortable there, but he gets it away. Colin looking for his teammate in the middle. It's a very good pass, and Was with a decent shot. It's not to be, and Jakey with an unconvincing clear here. Pat able to get that one away, and the Gales just looking a little bit rocky on the defence once in a while. Was looking to touch that one to his teammate. It's not the best touch to where Colin was, but it's a super shot nonetheless. The Gales with no answer to this. Colin to Was, back to Colin again. And it's a super finish with less than a minute. That could be a very deciding goal.
Yeah, definitely. Such a nice boomer from Colin. And like, once again, they're not respecting how much power he can get on those shots, but he's definitely mastered the power.
Was gets the boost and the ball, but it's a very awkward touch for him. He tries to play it back to his teammate. Pat is there, and it's a good save from Colin. Pat looking to go again, and in fact, Pat has completely missed that with an open net. Colin just about catches up, and this could be game 2 to the Saints.
Pat, maybe just a little bit out of control. Maybe a misread on the ball. He wanted to get up early and try and retaliate with the making it 2-2, but it just didn't work out, and that was the risk he was willing to take.
Well, 38 seconds, and suddenly a much bigger mountain for the Gales in the blue to climb. Oh, that's not how sayings work. Anyways, Colin looking to play it back to Was. Instead, Jakey's up for that one so quickly. Was going again. Trying to be the first one in the air too. It looks for the flip reset. It's a very unconventional one, but he does get there. Colin with a super shot at that top left. And that is magnificent.
Oh, we've been saying it, Forehead. That was such a good shot from Colin. You could not put that any more top left. That was perfect. It was such a good shot from Colin there.
Super stuff from the Saints in the orange. Very well done to these lads. 18 seconds left, and they're 4-1 up. I can only really see this going one way. I hate to say it. Pat with a chance off the wall. Looks to play it middle to his teammate Jakey. Off the backboard it goes. It's a big demo from Pat. Surely this will be 4-2. It is indeed. But I'm afraid it might be all just a bit academic at this point. 4 seconds left. And not much to say.
Yeah, still a chance though. 5 seconds left. There's still a chance.
Indeed. We'll see how this kickoff goes. Looks like it will be Was on one end of it versus Jakey. It's a pretty even one, and Colin might actually follow this for maybe the 5th goal of his team. It's not to be. Was looking to knock it off the back, but looks to follow it up as well. He gets it just about off the crossbar. I thought it was going to be a target, but that will be game 2 to the Saints. And Mull, what a game that was.
Honestly, such a good game. A lot of new plays for players that I actually didn't expect. Was definitely bringing out the mechanical ability. I never really seen that from him before, but he's definitely gotten a lot better. Me saying definitely once again, but he's gotten a lot better. And then him and Colin being the duo, they just kept up that pressure from the Gales, and it goes to show you, like, look at the stats, more shots. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, the stats probably aren't on screen, but yes, Colin with 10 shots, Was with 4, Jake with 4, and Pat with 3. So 14 versus 7. The Saints having literally double the amount of shots. And we see Jakey get a few saves in as well. He did very well at times, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. Anyways, Mull, we're into the 1v1. Who are we expecting next?
You know, Saints want to keep that streak going forward. They're going to put in their best ones player. Their best ones player, in my opinion, is going to be Colin. And the Gales are going to try and retaliate to at least try and get a chance to get back into it. So I feel like they're going to put Pat into it. So it's going to be Colin versus Pat.
Okay, good call. Well, listen, we'll move in and we'll see what it is in just a moment. And we just have the slight technical delay here, so we have to keep rambling on for a minute. Again, obviously, a super performance from the Saints. Do you think, well, there's a chance that they will potentially kind of throw this ones so they have their best ones play for later on in the series? Do you reckon that might be going through their heads at this point?
That could be going through their heads, especially with a two series lead. Like, there's so many other places they could go with this, but knowing the players on that team, I feel like they just want to dominate. They want to keep getting wins. They want to keep this pressure up. So from my point of view, I feel like they're going to put the strongest player in this round.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we'll have to wait and see how it goes. I do agree that, it would be the obvious choice to just put your best foot forward and try to win it, 4-0 or as close as you can. But we'll have to see how they do even in this next series. And it will be very, very interesting who they put on. So it is Colin and Pat, like you predicted. And I really don't know how to call this one. So we'll have to see as we slowly get into the first kickoff of this game, how they fare in our All-Star Grand Final. Very even kickoff there as Colin able to grab the boost, and the ball bounces all the way to the other side of the pitch. Pat, with the first attacking opportunity of the game, takes control of the ball, takes it into the air. Colin able to see it off handily enough. Pat has to go back around again, looks to cut in field. Let's see if he can get a flick off this time. He does get it over Colin, and it's a very strong start from Pat in the opening seconds.
Yeah, really good flick from Pat. You can tell that Pat knew Colin was going to push this straight away. He tried to get on the front of his car as quick as he could and just get that little flick. But it's good to know that these players do actually play with each other in IC sometimes, and they do play once. So they may know a bit about each other, which is going to change this game from how it would be if two randoms were playing against each other.
Yes, this is very true. These guys will know each other inside and out. Pat, with a very unconventional touch there, might have given it away to Colin. We'll see, can he get back in time? He does indeed. Just about get back in time. Colin, though, not giving up the chase. Though, it's going to follow this one. That is very nicely done from Colin indeed.
Yeah, really good. Little double tap there. Pat out of boost, so he can't really do much. And Colin, good job on just fully committing, getting that nice little double and just securing that 1-1.
Yeah, very, very nicely done from Colin. Very cool, calm and collected. And we'll see how we get on with 4 minutes, 22 seconds left in this game. Colin plays that one back into Pat. A very risky move. Pat, though, knocks it off the back. But a huge bump from Colin. He's absolutely sent Pat with that one. And there will be no catching up for Pat as Colin finds the second goal of the game.
Honestly, that's what you want to see. That was such a 200 IQ. I don't even feel like I would have thought something like that. Such a good bump play, and now he just has all the time in the world to bring it home.
Yeah, we'll have to see how these get on in the next 4 minutes. 3 very, very quick goals. And I'm hoping for plenty more as Pat fires one on target and gets himself back in this game once again.
Honestly, you like to see this in the ones, especially with players like this who both have really good kickoffs. It's just going to keep going back and forth like this. Really good shot from Pat getting off that, even though he had no boost.
Well, we'll see here how this next kickoff goes. They have been pretty one-sided. This one, though, a little more neutral. Pat, can he follow it up? No, he can't. But Colin puts it in that blue half and making it easy for Pat to try and get ball possession back once again. Colin, though, looking to challenge as high up the pitch as he can. Pat finally with an opportunity here. He dribbles it away and past Colin it goes. And you have to say, if you're on the side of the Saints, maybe a little bit of a weak one to go in.
Honestly, Colin just fully slowing down there, maybe not having the boost either to get his acceleration back up. Pat just completely caught him off guard with a really good shot there.
Well, kickoff number 6 of this game already. Can you believe it? Very much going in favour of Pat. Colin has to get back for boost. He is able to get back for boost and take the ball away from Pat too. He might have a chance here as Pat's going to be slow coming back around to his own net. See here, Colin fires the shot off low, and Pat does well to get off of the backboard and down to save that. Colin looking to go around for round 2, but Pat able to knock that one away into an awkward spot, and he knocks it away out of his half for the first time since the kickoff. Colin with a big miss here, and Pat surely with an open net, and that is going to be 4-2 and the first time we've seen a more than 1 goal lead in this game.
Yeah, honestly, you hate to miss it. Shots like that are always going to be a bit difficult to save, especially when you're not already ready on the wall. So a bit of a tough one for Colin there, but really good job from Pat for maybe hoping that he wouldn't hit it and just waited.
Well, we'll see here as we go into the 7th kickoff. Again, still 3 minutes to go. Now I remind you all, and we've seen plenty of goals as Colin misses that boost, and surely it's a big opportunity for Pat. It is just going to roll in. Bit of a P-roller in comparison to what we've seen. They all count.
Yeah, you'd hate to see something like that. When you miss the boost, you just you know it's over, and then Pat just had a little bit of time to get it in.
Well, we'll see. Does Colin have any sort of response? Pat winning the kickoff and able to grab himself some boost. This could be dangerous for Colin once again. As Pat comes down off the wall and nearly gets it over Colin. But it's a good touch from the man in orange. Pat, though, looking to play it on target nonetheless. And it is not to be. As we play on here, Colin with an attacking chance of his own, the first in a while. Tries to get a pass, Pat. Flick, not quite in sync. And Pat able to knock it away and get a flick of his own. Takes it over Colin. In fact, Colin's really struggling to get back around this. The ball, though, luckily for him, just wide of net to begin with. And Pat plays on, looking for another chance of his own. Taking the boost in the corner first. The bounce is awkward, but Colin doesn't challenge it. That's a great flick from Pat. Will it go into the crossbar? Yes, it does. 6-2 now to Pat.
You can see why Pat's getting away with these goals. Colin, unfortunately, missing the boost there a few times, and just looking like he's trying to keep up to speed, even though he doesn't really have the boost. So it's going to be a lot harder for him. But he just needs to try and reset and just try and keep his boost management down.
Colin looking to get this one out of his half, able to challenge well. Pat taking this right back to his goal, has no issues here. Colin giving him a lot of breathing room. Pat, though, just not willing to deal with Colin's challenge, knocks it away from his net. Not a back and forth here, as Colin might have a chance. He takes it, but it's just wide of net, and Pat can't quite get control of this ball still. Colin looking to find a way, just probing, just looking for an opportunity to get it past Pat. It's a good shot from him, and a super save from Pat. The bounce off the wall is very convenient for Pat too, as he might have a chance here. He gets off the corner, and it's going to go just off the crossbar and out. Colin here with a chance of his own now, and that one is on target. Pat's completely stopped moving as Colin finds his third goal of the game.
Honestly, you'd hate to miss a goal like that, especially when you're up so many. Honestly, that could be a godsend for Colin, and maybe that's going to be what he needs to bring it back. But Pat's definitely going to want to not to do that again.
Well, 6-3. It is still a long way to go for Colin. Not nothing, and especially in one's very achievable. But have to see with a minute 30 to go. That clock is ticking down at all times. Pat with a super shot off the wall. Colin might not be able to reach this, and in fact, he may have had a hand getting that one on target, but it is going to be 7-3 now to Pat.
It was such a nice shot from Pat, and a nice little air roll up the wall. He definitely had a really nice shot there.
I mean, if nothing else, he put Colin under pressure and he got his reward for it. But either way, Colin will not be happy with that. And we'll see what he can do with a minute 25 to go. Still plenty of time for 4 goals if he gets 1 or 2 kickoff ones. And the next one, let's see, looking to just shoot from any distance. He might even catch Pat off guard here. And well, I have to say, Mull, I'm quite surprised this went in, but it did. Colin may be finding his feet again.
Yeah, honestly, Colin, as I said before, definitely not underestimated, because he hits so many hard shots, and he's definitely good at the long shots, which is something that I noticed in his one's play style. But he has such a good chance to bring it back.
Yeah, well, we'll see here. Colin grabbing the boost, looking to grab the ball as well. Pat is close by. Oh, it's a great dodge from Colin. A lovely little touch and shimmy. And he's slowly closing the gap once again. We're back to 7-5.
Yeah, when you're up these many goals, you're going to get a bit cocky, and you're going to try and do something that you're going to regret. So Pat definitely doesn't want to get too confident now.
Well, kickoff number 13 with a minute to go. What a high scoring game we've had here, if nothing else. Pat maybe with a big chance here. Colin doesn't have the boost to catch up, and it will be Pat's first goal in a little while. Getting his 8th of the game, unbelievably. Could be a crucial one.
Honestly, so many goals. Not even know what to say now, because they're just all going in left, right, and centre. But it's really good for Pat here. After losing to a goal like that, you'd want to get another one in just to keep that pressure up.
Colin looking to find his feet in this game. With a minute to go, it's a super shot from him. It's just going to deflect off the post and back in. He read that so well, and he's making a serious game of this one.
Honestly, even though this has been looking like it's in Pat's favour, I feel like this has been such a close game, with just both players equally getting a bit of a win on the kickoff and then getting really good flicks on each other.
Well, we'll see as we get into the next kickoff of this game. Colin backing off for boost. Pat with a shooting opportunity. It's a great shot from him, right into the far corner, and Pat has done very, very well with this one.
Yeah, such a good shot from Pat there. You know that was the only place he could have put it. Colin going off for the boost, it's a no-brainer. Like,
yeah, so well done. The placement on that was brilliant. And we move on. Pat with a very convincing kickoff this time around. He's going to grab the boost, and surely this will be into double digits for him. It is indeed. a spectacular performance from Pat here, bringing his Nagale side back into things with 10 goals this game.
Well, obviously, this is what we want to see, Forehead. We didn't want to see a sweep. We want to see the team actually fighting back, and we want to see an intense series.
Yeah, it is very well done from Pat, and I agree with Jim Mull entirely. And we do want to see a close game, and it looks like this will be bringing us one step closer once again. Super shot from Colin, but Pat with a spectacular save. Colin looking to knock it into the top corner, and again Pat with a fantastic save. Colin, surely this time around, there we go. 10-7. By no means has it been a one-sided game here, but Pat showing that he just about had the edge on this occasion.
Yeah, definitely with a stronger kickoff. I feel like that's given them such a higher pace in this game. Definitely catching Colin off guard with that.
Colin, the slow kickoff, very, very cheeky, doesn't quite pay off though. Pat able to grab that boost on the side. I'm sure Colin was eyeing that up there as he touched it wide. 10 seconds to go now. Pat, well, is there one more play, one more twist and tail? It looks like there will be. Surely he'll slide that one in. In fact, it goes off the post. Can you believe it? You know what? We'll forgive him for that one as we move on into Nagale's choice of game.
What do you think that's going to be?
I feel like ones is a probable option. I think they have good ones players. I think the Saints also do. But yes, we have confirmation here from Jerry that ones will be the choice. And it'll be interesting to see how the Saints respond to this. I'm sure the Gales have a plan.
Honestly, I'm a bit confused now who's playing the ones, because Jarrod Ryan said ones and then left. So it may be Jakey taking it up.
I think Jakey will indeed be playing the ones. I think that is more maybe Jarrod Ryan fulfilling his captaincy duties more than anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would expect Jakey to play the ones. I feel like the Gales had this plan from the start, maybe. The Saints, I imagine, will play was, but I actually have no idea between himself and Parable who is the better option.
I feel like I'd put them around the same level if it comes to ones. Now, I haven't seen them play that much in recent times, but coming to how I've seen the ranks and seeing them play on their own, I feel like they'd be both around the same level one. So I don't think they can go wrong with whichever they put on the field.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. And the Gales have called the ones, so we'll see who joins up and get things underway. They might potentially be waiting for RQ to join, which would be quite good of them, but they don't need to. Yeah, we'll see now who is playing in this ones game. We do indeed have Jakey on the Gale side, and it is my Parable for the Saints. So here we go then. Game number 4. 2-1 to the Saints so far.
This should be a really good game to actually see how it turns out. Parable and Jakey, people that we've only really seen show up in the twos and the threes. It's going to be very interesting to see how they both play in the ones.
Parable knocking that one centre, but Jakey easily touches it away from the backward. Parable looking to go again. Takes it under Jakey and just wide of the post. Very, very unlucky from the man in yellow. See what he can do here. Looking to bump Jakey, and in fact, that's a very poor touch from Jakey. Parable with a very, very good finish. Very quick to spot the opportunity here.
Yeah, having boost control like that, it's such a good thing to have. Like, you can take full advantage of it, you can keep your momentum, and you can just take advantage of the other player.
Well, 25 seconds in, we have our first goal of the game. And we'll see if the Saints can win a 1v1 or if the Gales will take it. We'll take both 1v1 games so far. Parable with another super flick over Jakey. And that is going to be 2-0 to the orange side.
Yeah, such a clean flick from Parable. Definitely catching Jakey off guard there. I feel like Jakey thought he was going to take it a bit slower, but he just sent it straight down.
Yeah, very, very well done. It's a super flick from my Parable, and we'll see if there's more to come now in the next 4:25. My Parable looking to keep this one in the blue half, puts it into the corner. Jakey lays it out off the wall. It's a very high challenge from Parable, though. He might get a chance here as he looks to pinch it, and instead, fortunately for him, it is backwards rather than forwards. Jakey playing it off the wall. Parable able to play it away once again. A lot of wall play in this 1v1, something we don't always see. But both of these players seem very comfortable in that area of the pitch, and we'll see how that progresses throughout this game. Jakey looking to just be a nuisance for Parable at the minute. Looking to just get in his way as much as possible. Parable, though, with ball control right now, looking for the flick as well. Jakey does indeed get back around it and clears it very nicely indeed. Parable unable to make any sort of a touch there. Jakey with a chance and nearly gets down by Parable. Instead, though, ball gets hoofed away and he goes again for a second shot. It's a great shot as well. Jakey, though, with a super save off the crossbar. Parable going to play this one out of his own half once again. Jakey looking to challenge him around about the halfway line. A lot of contesting here for possessions. Jakey looks to take the shot on and Parable with a good block. See if he can get a bit of a runaway goal here. Looking to play the ball down as quickly as possible. Around the corner it goes and Jakey stayed though to clean it up. Once again, you see Jakey with an attacking opportunity looking to get it past Parable. A lot of back and forth play here. My Parable looking to touch it off and over Jakey, but it's not to be. Jakey with a chance here. He can't get around the ball as he'd like. And that one is going to go wide, but it's a big demo from Jakey. It's a very awkward spot. I'm not sure if he can make this quick enough. It's a super attempt from him. What a save that is from Parable. But it will stay in nonetheless. Jakey with just enough power on the shot to make it go in.
Yeah, almost a really good save. Nonetheless, a good effort there from Parable. But when you spawn in and you know that it could be a goal, you've just got to dive into it and hope for the best.
So unfortunate for my Parable, but a fantastic shot from Jakey nonetheless. I'm sure he'd be delighted with that one, but he's still one goal down and in fact make it two. That's a fantastic looping shot from my Parable, and he restores his 2-goal cushion.
Honestly, you'd love to see goals like that, especially just he makes it look so effortless. Nice little pop over, and Jakey just couldn't do anything about it there.
Well, we go into the next kickoff of the game. Jakey looking to get the boost and ball possession in his control. Parable having the back off here. We'll see what he can do with this one. Ball goes to ground though. I'm sure he was looking for the flick. My Parable with a chance here. It's a very unorthodox way of actually scuffed it up a little bit. But we play on Jakey with an open net, and that is going to be 3-2. And we are back to a 1-goal game once again.
Yeah. It was a really good challenge from Jakey there. Parable, maybe just a bit of a slip up when he came down the wall there. I feel like he popped the ball just a bit too hard, and he lost that distance between him and the ball, which just gave Jakey a bit of space to hit it and get it.
Well, we'll see how this plays on. Just over half the game to go. A lot less goals to report on the last 1v1 game, but I think it's fair to say a bit of a tighter game this time around. My Parable always looking dangerous from these positions. The flick not on, the bump is on though.
No.
And that is so well played from my Parable.
He's gone and done the turbo flick with absolutely no boost. Catches Jakey off guard. That was such a good play there from Parable.
So well done indeed. I don't think Jakey saw it coming in the slightest. And with 2 minutes to go, still plenty of time for him to recover on that one. My Parable though, faking the kickoff very nicely. It's going to go into the corner. And the flick is not on. The challenge is perfectly timed from Jakey. And again, we are back to a 1-goal game.
Honestly, that's just how easy it is. I feel like Parable's just been trying to give himself a bit more space in these situations. But once again, Jakey's just going straight in, challenging, and then he keeps winning these challenges.
Well, kickoff number 8 with just under 2 minutes to go. Jakey looking for the slow kickoff. It doesn't pay off though. My Parable off the corner he goes, but it's not to be. Jakey with a very beneficial 50. See here what my Parable can do with it. He touches it onto his own backboard. Jakey gets a touch, but it's nowhere near on target. My Parable looking to play this one out. He loves a good dribble. We've seen him flick it multiple times. We've seen the different ways. He flicks it early. Jakey able to get up early to save it as well. My Parable touch it off the wall. Probably a lot further from the wall than he meant. It's a good save from him though, as Jakey fires a shot on target. And it's a good touch from him off the corner. Very dangerous deal. My Parable isn't up for this. Off the crossbar it goes and stays out. Jakey looking for a demo there, unable to find it. Steals my Parable's boost. But he's still a goal down as it stands. That could be one of those huge what-if moments later on in the game.
You can definitely see Parable just taking full advantage of staying close with the ball. Jakey was having the boost control there, but Parable was just staying close, making sure that Jakey didn't have any opportunity to take advantage of.
My Parable looking to play that one off the wall. It's not to be. In fact, that pinch is hugely problematic. It just about goes under the crossbar, and Jakey finds his equaliser in this game.
Once again, it's just these challenges that that Parable keeps throwing away, and Jakey just keeps winning them. And with that goal there, it just keeps getting them straight in the net.
Well, 42 seconds left to go. It very much is crunch time as my Parable wins that kickoff so convincingly and gets himself back in the lead. Heartbreak for Jakey and the Gales after he worked so hard to get himself back into this.
Yeah, well, you can tell for Parable, it's definitely going to bring his mental back up after losing to a goal like that just previously. Getting a kickoff goal to get your lead back is definitely going to make you feel a bit better.
My Parable is kicking off something good, but that one isn't so spectacular. A great bump from him onto Jakey, though. Takes the shooting opportunity away from Jakey, and the shot from Parable himself is good, but Jakey is equal to it. And we play on here with 20 seconds left to go. My Parable avoiding the demo from Jakey. Very well done. The save, though, is awkward. We'll see if he can go again as Jakey looks to put a shot on. He does. Parable, though, knocks it away, and that could have been maybe another goal. In fact, it might still be a goal as Jakey is unable to recover from that shot, and that is going to be 6-4 with just 8 seconds left.
And I feel like that's going to be game with it. But definitely, Jakey just tried to get that goal to get the equaliser, but it caught him in a bit of an awkward situation, and he just got absolutely no power on it. So that gave Parable the chance to get his second goal away from him. Parable,
a fairly even kickoff once again. In fact, he's able to just keep that ball in no man's land, and that will be it. That will be game. As the ball hits the ground there, Saints, well, they'll be delighted with that. They didn't even pick the game out, and they still got the win.
Yeah, definitely. And you want to even see it from the shots. Such a good game. Once again, just kickoffs are being the big factor. Obviously, in ones with that, but when you see someone with such a dominant kickoff compared to the other, it really shows in games like this where they can take full advantage of it, and it gives them so much more time to have possession and just try and make more decisions. But unfortunately, there was a few times there for Parable where his possession just wasn't working out for him. Jakey choosing really good times to challenge, and it just goes completely in Jakey's favour.
Yeah, well, it was a tough one for the Gales to swallow. I'm sure they were confident going into that, but they are, of course, 3-1 down in this series. And, of course, we now have another threes game to look forward to. Well, we saw the first threes game go to the Saints. How do you feel about this one?
Well, how it happened in the other series is the first game's always going to be a bit of a bumpy one because it's just teams trying to sort themselves out for the first time. So I feel like if Nagale's warmed up a bit throughout the series, it could be a completely different scenario and they could take this a bit differently. But the Saints definitely started off strong, and there's no doubt that they're going to keep being strong. So it's going to be a very interesting game to see out.
Yeah, well, of course, it is match point, tournament point, league point, whatever you want to call it, for the Saints. They win this, and they will have taken the RLIS All-Star title with it. We'll see if the Gales can stop them and how they go about that. Colin clears it away, but only as far as Jakey. Jarroi with a shot of his own. And nearly a save from Colin, but it is going to go in, and the first goal to the Gales, a big change up from last time around.
Well, honestly, it looks like there's a reason why Parable has a 0 on his communication there for it. That was a double commit causing the goal, and Jarroi getting a bit of space to bang it in. But yeah, double commit there between Parable and Waz.
We'll have to see if there's any more throughout this game. And if that is the detriment, was up for a big one. It's a great touch from him onto the backboard. All three of the Gales up for that one. Parable with arguably the easiest goal of his life in one of the most high-pressure situations. Slots it home to make it 1-1 again.
You can tell why it was a triple commit. They only have the one series, and they're just trying so hard to get the possession to try and make opportunity. So they all jumped up for and the triple commit. You hate to see it.
Winning that kick off pretty convincingly, but it goes back to my Parable. I was happy to clear those away all day long. Looking to go again. It's not to beat. Was beaten to the ball by Jakey here as he comes off the wall, gets it over Colin too. Fantastic play from him. Off the post it goes. And Jarroi with the follow up. And well, that was a very, very worked goal from Jake. Well worked goal from Jake.
Honestly, it's still a good chance for them to come back. Jarroi once again just getting a nice banger off the mistakes of the opposition.
Alright, well, we'll see here as we play on. Colin winning that kick off convincingly. Jarroi able to grab the boost, follows up on the wall. is there off the back where it goes, but Parable with a shooting chance. Great save there from Pat as Jerry knocks it away, but Colin with the dunk right into the top left it goes.
Yeah, honestly, a good opportunity there for Parable, and then Colin just comes straight in as the second man and just booms and pinches it top left.
Well, 2-2 is the scoreline once again. The Gales might be feeling a little bit shaky at this point. They let that lead go so quickly. We'll see if they can keep this series alive or if the Saints will get it in the next 4 minutes. And what a team play this is from the one and only duo of Colin and Waz. Colin into the middle and Waz right into that top corner.
That was an absolute banger for it. Honestly, the same consistency that he had in the first series of the threes.
Well, another kickoff straight into the path of Jerry. Knocks it towards Jakey. Waz though is going to be able to meet him to it. It's a dangerous bounce as Colin able to knock it away. And Parable is the one to follow up. Pat though keeps it in that orange half, and Colin plays a bit more convincingly. Parable looking for the spectacle. It's not to be. Cuts the opposition off though. Colin got a touch that maybe he wouldn't have otherwise got. Now we see all three of the Saints trying to retreat here. Colin will be that third man. Will clear away by Parable. Back into the middle here. Hold on a second. Jakey with a big opportunity here from an unlikely source. Parable though looking to make up for it. It's a great touch from him. Knocks it onto the back, but Colin nowhere to be found. Decides to play it safe, and Parable not done his teammate any favours there. Takes it away for now. And the combination of Colin and Waz get it away once again. Waz looking to knock it on target. My Parable is lurking as well, but Pat nowhere to be found as that ball just goes straight in.
Honestly, you beat yourself up after having those opportunities. Parable definitely making a few weird plays, and I feel like that's obviously because of communication. He's not talking to his team, and, and it definitely was a bit of a miscommunication there. But luckily, Waz and Colin just kept it up and definitely got that boomer in.
Colin, good hit from him, wide of the net though, and a demo from him onto Jarrine. We'll see how this plays out. Parable looking to clear it away from the corner. Very awkward though indeed. Leaves it to Colin instead. Goes under Jakey, and Pat is the one who returns the favour. That ball though, way up high. And right now it looks like the Gales are really just making a meal out of everything. As you see, the Saints here just look so much more comfortable and confident at the minute. There we go. Was to play it one away. It goes instead to Colin, knocks it the other side of the pitch. Was looking for some sort of a redirect or a touch. We've seen him do this a lot this game, but it's not to be. On this occasion, as Colin clears up the danger off the back where it goes. Pat with a very unconvincing clear. Might fall to Colin, but Jarrine is there. Gets it away quickly enough, and Pat able to follow it out. Was going to get ahead of Jakey on that one, but it isn't to be. 2 minutes to go here. 2 goals for the Gales to get, or it will be the end of this final, this series, this league. Was looking dangerous, lurking for an opportunity here. He's looking for a touch. He gets it into the middle. Jakey though will be the first to respond as he looks to play the one away from the wall towards Pat. Instead, Colin beats Jarrine to it. This can be dangerous here. Jakey back on his own for a moment. Pat, very awkward spot. Was not quite able to get a shot on. Parable knocks it wide, and that is going to be still no goals to report on. I can't even get my words anymore. There are no goals to report on. That's what I'm trying to say. With a minute 25 to go. Tension mounting more and more here as the Gales look to find a way just to break out of their own half. Was looking for a solo play, looking to take it under Pat. He can't go past Jarrine. Pat looking to make an opportunity for himself, but it isn't to be. Colin looking a little bit awkward in the corner. Has the time though. Gets it over Jakey very nicely and around Pat too. Was with a chance here. Jarrine just able to distract him enough to miss the chance. My Parable though doing a job of keeping it in that blue half. Jakey takes it over Colin, but that's as far as he'll get. Was taking it back into the blue half. Colin this time looking for an opportunity. A big clear from Jarrine, but it'll only be as far as Was, who knocks it into the corner. Colin into the middle. Was up into the end. Parable nearly a very nice little tiki-taka styled move from the team in orange, but it isn't to be. Colin knocks it away down the line. Looking to play it middle too, but Jarrine clears it away. My Parable not able to play it middle, and that ball is a little bit tricky for My Parable to deal with, but he does so. Him and Was deal with that effectively. 16 seconds left. Surely this will be a game, unless we see something outrageous happen in the final 10 seconds here. My Parable challenging at midfield. Jakey looking to play it on, but it isn't to be. Pat gets up into the air, but into the ceiling it goes. That is surely going to be it now. Next time ball. Well, whoa. I mean, that was a serious angle for Pat to come off with. But surely the next kickoff will be it. We will crown your all-star champions, the Saints, the dream team of Was, Colin, and My Parable. Surely this will be it. Surely they'll just put it into ground. Colin goes for it. It goes up into the air. In fact, he might follow this one on. It might go in. Jakey, stopping any celebrations just yet. And there we have it. The Saints are your all-star final winners.
Honestly, you could see it from the start when the Saints came out there with the threes game. They came out so strong. Definitely. You're gonna see you're probably gonna see Waz in Superstar next season. Like, he played so good in that series there.
Yeah, no, it was a spectacular performance from Was and the other two members of the Saints that are Colin and My Parable. Very, very well done from those guys. And the Gales, they put up a good fight. They had a good effort at times, but it wasn't to be. I couldn't quite make it happen. Pat, Jerry, and Jakey, it's a fairly successful season for them. Nonetheless, second place is nothing to be ashamed of, but it is not enough on this occasion. Any final thoughts, Mull?
Honestly, just a great series to see that. And then unfortunately, it was a 4-1, but they almost had to come back there. Pat, being a really good ones player, definitely showed on the field against Colin, which is probably the best ones player on the Saints. Going to show you that they took a game off him by a long shot as well. It was like 6-4, 6-2. So definitely not a bad series to be ashamed of.
Yeah, no, very, very well done. And the Gales have done themselves proud regardless. But the Saints are your all-star winners. Congratulations to the three of them. Once again, Was, Colin, and My Parable. Congratulations to their manager, Ryan, as well. I'm sure he'll be delighted with that one. And yeah, thank you very much to the 6 players involved today. It was a super final to watch. Thank you to everyone at home who was watching it, who has played in this season in general. And thank you very much to Lucra behind the scenes, who ran both the stream for this one and the stream for the Superstar final, doing some super work in the background. We will leave it there. Thank you all so much for being a part of what has been a brilliant season for RLIS and for RLI as a whole. And best of luck to everyone who signs up to RLIS Season 4. Should be more of the same, I fancy. So we will leave it there. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and bye-bye.